All right, everyone, buckle up, because today's deep dive is going to be a wild ride. We're jumping headfirst into the world of securities trading.
And we're not just dipping our toes in the water here. We're going deep, folks. Using RoleCatcher's career and interview guides, we're going to crack the code on how to absolutely dominate that interview and land that dream job.
That's right, we're talking insider secrets and expert strategies to help you stand out from the crowd. So, no more generic advice or tired cliches. We're going for gold.
And to kick things off, let's dive right into the RoleCatcher playbook with a seemingly simple but surprisingly tricky interview question. How did you become interested in securities trading?
It sounds innocent enough, but I'm guessing there's more to it than meets the eye.
You bet. This question is your chance to showcase your passion, your why. It's not just about reciting a timeline of events. They want to see the fire in your belly.
So, how do you convey that authentically? What kind of story are they looking for?
Think back to that aha moment, the spark that ignited your fascination with the market. Was it a book, a mentor, a pivotal market event that made you realize, this is where I belong?
I see. So it's about connecting the dots between a moment of inspiration and a burning desire to make your mark in the world of trading.
Exactly. Paint a picture. Let them feel the excitement, the curiosity that drew you to this path.
But what about those common pitfalls candidates fall into? What should you avoid at all costs when answering this question?
Oh, you'd be surprised how many people fall into the trap of giving generic answers. They think saying, I'm good with numbers or I'm a risk taker will cut it. But it's just noise to an experienced interviewer.
Yeah, it comes across as impersonal, almost robotic.
Exactly. They're looking for genuine enthusiasm, a story that reveals your unique journey to this point.
So ditch the cliches and let your personality shine through.
Got it. Okay, question number 2 from the RoleCatcher Interview Guide. What are the key skills required for success as a securities trader? This one feels like it could go in so many directions. It absolutely can. This is where you demonstrate a holistic understanding of the role. Yes, analytical skills are crucial, analyzing market trends, managing risk, those are givens, but don't underestimate the power of soft skills in this field.
Soft skills.
Yeah.
In the high-stakes world of finance. I'm intrigued. Give me an example.
Imagine this. The market's gone haywire, and you've got a client on the phone who's panicking, maybe even second-guessing their entire investment strategy.
Talk about a high-pressure situation.
Right. In that moment, your ability to stay cool, listen actively to their concerns, and communicate complex financial information in a way that calms their nerves and instills confidence that's pure gold.
So it's like being a financial therapist, in a way. You're not just managing money, you're managing emotions.
Exactly, and that takes a unique combination of technical expertise and emotional intelligence. So when you're answering this question, showcase that balance. Highlight your analytical prowess, but don't shy away from those interpersonal skills that set you apart.
Great point. Okay, question 3 throws us right into the action. Describe a time when you successfully executed a complex trade. Story time. What makes for a compelling story here?
Choose a story that highlights your ability to think strategically, navigate challenges, and deliver results. Walk them through your process. What information did you gather? How did you analyze the risks and potential rewards?
So it's about demonstrating your thought process, not just bragging about a win.
Precisely. And remember, a touch of humility goes a long way. Don't be afraid to acknowledge the challenges you faced or the lessons you learned along the way.
What about those avoid at all costs moments for this story? What makes interviewers roll their eyes?
Avoid choosing a trade that was overly simplistic or where everything went perfectly according to plan. They want to see how you handle complexity, how you adapt when things don't go as expected.
So choose a story that highlights your problem-solving skills and your ability to learn from challenges.
Got it.
Okay, question 4 takes a different approach. How do you stay informed about changes in the financial markets?
This question is all about demonstrating your commitment to staying ahead of the curve. And I'm not just talking about skimming the headlines. Interviewers want to see that you're actively seeking out information, analyzing trends, and deepening your understanding of the forces shaping the market.
So how do you answer this authentically? What shows them you're truly plugged into the financial ecosystem?
Be specific. Don't just name drop a few financial news outlets. Tell them about the industry blogs you follow, the podcasts you listen to, the thought leaders you admire.
And what about social media? It's become such a ubiquitous part of our lives. Is it fair game to mention here?
It can be, but tread carefully. Mentioning that you follow reputable financial analysts or engage in thoughtful discussions within industry-specific online communities that shows you're using social media strategically to enhance your knowledge.
But getting your financial news solely from memes won't cut it.
You got it. Stick to reputable sources like the Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, Financial Times. Those are your go-tos. And don't be afraid to mention any professional development courses, certifications, or conferences you've attended. It all demonstrates your commitment to continuous learning.
Okay, question 5 is a big one. How do you manage risk in your trading activities? This feels like a defining question for any aspiring trader.
Absolutely. Risk management is the cornerstone of successful trading. They want to know you have a sound strategy for mitigating losses and protecting investments.
Hmm.
This isn't about gambling. It's about making calculated decisions based on a deep understanding of market dynamics.
So how do you effectively communicate your risk management approach without getting bogged down in technical jargon?
Start by outlining your general philosophy towards risk. Are you risk averse, meaning you prioritize capital preservation above all else? Or are you more comfortable with calculated risks if it means potentially higher returns?
It's about knowing your comfort zone and being able to articulate it clearly.
Exactly. Once you've set the stage, dive into the specifics. Mention the tools and techniques you use, like stop-loss orders, position sizing, and diversification.
And explain how you apply these strategies in real-world trading scenarios. Give them concrete examples.
Precisely. Don't just throw out jargon. Illustrate your thought process. How do you determine the appropriate level of risk for a particular trade? How do you adjust your strategy based on market conditions?
Show them you've got a system, that you're not just flying by the seat of your pants.
Exactly. Now, before we get too deep into the weeds, let's take a quick pause and come back to this in our next segment. And we're back, ready to dive even deeper into the world of securities trading, and this time we're bringing in the big guns RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
You know, when you first mentioned AI, I have to admit, I was a little skeptical. But after hearing you break down those interview questions, I'm starting to see the light. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket, right?
It really is. And the beauty of it is, it's not just generic advice. RoleCatcher's AI tailors its insights to the specific job you're after. You upload your CV, feed it the job description for that dream securities trader role, and boom, the AI gets to work, analyzing both, pinpointing those key skills the employer is looking for.
So it's like having a personal career coach, but instead of charging you an arm and a leg, it's right there at your fingertips 24/7.
Exactly. Let's say a job description emphasizes risk management, right? The AI picks up on that and nudges you to highlight experiences where you demonstrated those skills. It's all about strategic positioning.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But how does it actually work in practice? Does it, like, write the interview answers for you?
It's even better than that. RoleCatcher's AI is all about empowering you, not replacing you. You still craft your own responses, but think of the AI as your secret weapon, your partner in crime. You write, it analyzes, offering suggestions, flagging potential red flags, those little things that might make an interviewer raise an eyebrow.
It's like having a second pair of eyes. But these eyes have seen thousands of interviews and know exactly what works and what doesn't. So I'm still in control, but I've got this AI safety net helping me avoid those interview-ending blunders.
Precisely. And remember, all those avoid at all costs pitfalls we talked about earlier, RoleCatcher's AI has those memorized. It steers you away from generic answers, reminds you to back up your claims with concrete examples. It's like having a guardian angel for your interview prep.
That's a huge relief, especially when you're feeling the pressure of a high-stakes interview. But, you know, sometimes it's not just about what you say, it's how you say it. What about those moments when your mind goes blank or you start rambling?
The dreaded interview freeze up. Don't worry, RoleCatcher has a solution for that too. AI-powered video practice. You record yourself answering common interview questions, and the AI analyzes your delivery, your tone, your pace, even your body language.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me this AI can tell if I'm fidgeting too much or if my voice is shaking?
Yeah.
That's next level stuff.
It's pretty amazing. It uses voice and facial recognition to give you personalized feedback. It's like having a personal coach analyzing your every move, helping you fine-tune your delivery until you're exuding confidence.
And let's be honest, practicing your answers out loud is crucial. It helps you get comfortable with the material, iron out any kinks in your delivery. It's a game changer.
Absolutely. So we've got personalized feedback, pitfall detection, and now AI-powered practice. RoleCatcher really does cover all the bases.
It does. It's like having a whole team of career experts in your corner, cheering you on every step of the way. But for a moment, let's step back from the interview hot seat and revisit the RoleCatcher Career Guide. We've talked about acing the interview, but what about the day-to-day reality of being a securities trader? What surprised you when you dug into this career guide?
Well, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the job, the fast-paced environment, the potential for big wins. But the career guide doesn't shy away from the less glamorous side of things. Those long hours, the intense pressure, the constant vigilance required to navigate the ever-changing market.
It's not all champagne and caviar, is it? There's a reason why they call it high finance.
Well,
The stakes are high, the pressure is real, and the competition is fierce.
exactly. The career guide really dives into the nitty-gritty of the job, the conditions section in particular. It's fast-paced, high pressure, you're constantly analyzing data, making split-second decisions that can impact millions, even billions of dollars. It's not for the faint of heart.
It sounds both exhilarating and terrifying at the same time,
Mm.
but that's also part of the appeal, right? It's a career for those who thrive on challenge, who
Yeah.
are energized by the thrill of the unknown.
Absolutely. But it's also about knowing yourself, understanding your own risk tolerance and stress capacity. The career guide doesn't sugarcoat the demands of this career path. And that's a good thing. It's better to go in with your eyes wide open.
Knowledge is power, as they say. And speaking of knowledge, earlier, we touched upon the importance of collaboration in this role, the typical interactions you'll encounter. It's not just you versus the market, is it?
Not at all. Securities traders don't operate in a vacuum. You're constantly interacting with clients, colleagues, analysts, even competitors. Strong interpersonal and communication skills are non-negotiable.
So being able to build rapport, explain complex financial concepts in a way that makes sense to someone who isn't knee-deep in the markets all day, those are essential skills.
Absolutely. It's about building trust, managing expectations, and navigating those sometimes delicate conversations with diplomacy and tact. Remember, behind every trade, there's a human story, and understanding that human element is just as crucial as mastering the technical aspects of the job.
It's a people business, even when you're dealing with algorithms and high-frequency trading platforms. Speaking of technology, how has it reshaped the landscape of securities trading?
Oh, it's completely revolutionized the industry. Remember those images of traders yelling on the floor of the stock exchange? Those days are long gone, at least for most traders. Technology has become an indispensable tool. The career guide talks about the rise of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and big data analytics. It's all about leveraging those tools to gain an edge.
So being tech-savvy is no longer optional. It's a necessity. But it's not about being replaced by robots, right?
Exactly. It's about harnessing the power of technology to enhance your decision-making, to process information faster, to identify trends and opportunities that might otherwise be missed. The human element is still paramount, but it's augmented by the capabilities of these incredible technological advancements.
It's like having a superpowered brain at your disposal.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the human element, the tech element, and then there's a constant need to adapt and evolve as the market shifts. What's the one key takeaway you want listeners to remember about the world of securities trading?
That's easy. It's a dynamic field that demands constant learning and a willingness to embrace change. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow, so being adaptable, resourceful, and always hungry for knowledge, those are the qualities that will set you up for success in this ever-evolving world.
It's a wild ride. But for those who are up for the challenge, it can be incredibly rewarding, both personally and professionally. And we'll be right back after a quick break to delve even deeper into the world of securities trading, exploring the career paths, the potential rewards, and the strategies for long-term success. Stay with us.
And we're back for the final stretch of our deep dive into the exciting world of securities trading. We've covered a ton of ground in the skills, the tech, the interview process, but let's be honest, one of the big draws of this career path is the earning potential, right?
It's definitely a major perk, and the RoleCatcher Career Guide doesn't shy away from that. But here's the catch. Those high-earning figures, they're often directly tied to your performance. You're rewarded for your ability to generate profits, to manage risk effectively, to navigate those market waves like a pro surfer. So it's not just about showing up and clocking in. Your decisions have a direct impact on the bottom line, which can be both exhilarating and, let's be real, a little terrifying.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to go into this career with a clear understanding of both the rewards and the risks. The career guide doesn't sugarcoat things. It lays out the potential downsides, too. Those cons we sometimes overlook when we're chasing a dream job.
We're talking long hours, intense pressure,
Yeah.
the ever-present possibility of market volatility. It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
Got it. And beyond the demanding work environment, there's the inherent risk that comes with trading, those market swings we talked about. They can work against you just as easily as they can work in your favor. So developing resilience, the ability to bounce back from those inevitable losses, that's non-negotiable.
It's like they say, you have to be able to stomach the losses to enjoy the wins. But in all seriousness, emotional intelligence is crucial in this field. You need to stay calm, rational, and focused, even when the pressure is on.
Exactly. It's a skill that takes time and experience to develop. But here's the thing. Even with all the challenges, the potential downsides, many securities traders find this career incredibly fulfilling.
There's a certain allure to it, right?
Yeah.
The intellectual stimulation, the thrill of the game, the opportunity to make your mark in the financial world. It's addictive.
It can be. And that's why it's so important to figure out if this career path truly aligns with your personality, your risk appetite, and your long-term goals. Don't just chase the money, make sure it's a good fit for who you are at your core.
So let's say someone listening is thinking, this is it. I'm ready to dive into the world of securities trading. What are some of the educational pathways they should consider? What does the career guide recommend?
Well, a degree in finance is definitely a common starting point. It gives you that solid foundation in financial principles, market dynamics, investment strategies. It's like the basic training for aspiring traders.
That makes sense. But you also mentioned that it's not the only path.
Right. Economics is another great option. It equips you with a broader understanding of economic theory, data analysis, and how macroeconomic factors, things like interest rates, inflation, global events, how those things impact financial markets.
So it's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding the forces that drive those market movements we've been talking about.
Exactly. And don't discount degrees in business administration, math, or even statistics. They might seem less directly related at first glance, but they equip you with those analytical skills that are pure gold in the trading world.
It all comes back to data, doesn't it? Being able to analyze trends, spot patterns, make informed decisions based on incomplete information, those are valuable skills in any profession, but especially in the fast-paced world of finance.
Absolutely. And remember, your education doesn't stop with a degree. The financial markets are constantly evolving, so continuous learning is key. Whether it's pursuing professional certifications like the CFA, that's the Chartered Financial Analyst designation, or just staying up to date on the latest market trends and technologies, a commitment to lifelong learning is essential.
It's like that saying, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. And in a field as dynamic as securities trading, that's definitely true. There's always something new to discover, a new challenge to tackle.
That's what makes it so exciting. Every day is a new opportunity to learn, grow, and test your skills against the market.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of securities trading, what's the one piece of advice you would give to anyone considering this career path? What's the key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
Do your research. Don't just dive in headfirst without understanding the demands, the rewards, and the realities of this career path. Explore the RoleCatcher Career Guide, check out the resources we've discussed, and don't be afraid to connect with people who are actually working in the field. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to decide if it's the right path for you.
It's all about finding that sweet spot where your passion aligns with your skills and a realistic understanding of the job market. And who knows, you might just find yourself thriving in the exciting, ever-evolving world of securities trading.
That's right. And remember, resources like RoleCatcher are there to support you every step of the way, providing the tools, insights, and personalized guidance you need to navigate your career journey with confidence.
Couldn't said it better myself. So to our listeners, go out there, explore your options, and never stop learning. Until next time on The Deep Dive.